Welcome to Module 4 of the course project Structuring for the Issuance of Plastic Credits. In this video, we will explore the processes of validation, verification, and certification of projects. Let's start by analyzing this figure. First, there is stage of formulation and registration of the project. Then the project goes through a public comment stage, which lasts a month. Then the project enters validation, then verification, and finally the project certification, which is performed by the Voluntary Circular Economy Program. It is important to clarify that a circular economy credit or circular plastic credit is equivalent to 1 ton reduced or recirculated. Validation process. Initially, a request for validation registration is made based on the design evaluation, i.e. the PDD. The project description document is evaluated. The VVB produces a validation report, and if the project meets all the requirements of the process, it also issues a validation statement. If the VVB considers it necessary and pertinent, it will make changes requests to the platform, which must be fulfilled by the project in order to proceed to the verification stage. Verification process. The VVB place a registration request based on the evaluation of the monitoring report, issues a verification report, and if there is compliance, a verification statement is issued. If the VVB considers it necessary, it will make changes requests, which must be fulfilled by the project in order to move on to the certification stage. If a project considers that it can do joint validation and verification, this is possible within the voluntary program on circular economy. In this case, the VVB reviews the PDD, that is, the project description document, the monitoring report, and if there are change requests, it will make them in the platform. Then it will make a relation of information in the joint validation and verification report and in the joint validation and verification statement. If change requests are issued, the developer or project holder must fulfill them in order to proceed to the certification stage. It is also important to note that if facts are discovered after validation or verification, the VVB must take appropriate action and communicate the matter to the project. These are the key documents that a validation and verification body must submit. First, a declaration of conflict of interest where they argue that they don't have any conflict with the development of the project and there is no interest involved. In addition, they issue their validation, verification or validation and joint verification report and the validation, verification or validation and joint verification statement. Now let's talk about the certification process. A technical team from the Voluntary Program on Circular Economy is responsible for certifying the project, which generates a certification report after reviewing compliance with all the requirements. Through Eco-Registry, the registration platform, the project can be registered and also credits will be issued based on the verification of the project. Now let's look at certification times. If the validation and verification processes are completed, the process can take up to 20 business days. If initially the project only does validation, the process time will depend on the project holder or developer. And if the project is verified and the certifier doesn't request missing information or documentation, the process will take 10 business days. Thank you for joining us on this educational journey. Together, we can move towards a more sustainable and responsible future.